Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I figured I'd go live. I have not been able to sleep correctly yet. Sleep schedule is still off from my trip. So I've been up since 3 this morning, just working on my videos. So I said, why not stream? I could have streamed earlier. Like I had a whole meal. I woke up like at 3 in the morning, just so hungry. And so I got some food, got some acai bowl. I feel like I always say that bowl wrong. I don't know how to say it the correct way. But I love that. It's a fruit bowl basically. And then I had a bagel and in my smoothie. I still have my smoothie. So I'm here just drinking it, and I'm gonna try to stay on long enough for, people to show up. And whatever questions you want to ask me about the real estate tour thus far from the video that I've created, I'll be willing to answer. I know there's some people that want me to go on live more often, but guys, I'm not in South Africa anymore. It's sad. I'm gone. I'm back to my regular life. But I will try to be on live more, try to get more acquainted with you guys and just what kind of content you want to see and what you want me to talk about and stuff, and conversations that we can have to help us heal daily. And me still trying to figure out when I'm going to do this fruit feast, because I really do want to do it, but it's a challenge. It's very much a challenge. So I'm trying to have grace with myself instead of be so forceful with myself. I'm trying to say, okay, today I may not need the whole 3 meals, because I was getting used to, eating something throughout the whole day. I wasn't eating meals, but I was definitely eating throughout the day. So I'm trying to figure it out. Like, usually I don't eat in the morning, but like I said, I got up at 3 o'clock and got my acai. I know I'm saying that wrong, so go ahead and correct me, because I already know. My acai bowl and a bagel. And then I just started working on my video. But oh my gosh, that one show called Lioness, it is so good. If you guys haven't been watching that, like, I already binge watched all the episodes, but like I watched that before I started to edit my videos, and it was so good. So if you guys want to talk about that, let me know too, because I would love to talk about that as well. It's called Lioness and it's on Paramount. But yeah, ask me whatever questions you want about this last video that I put up. I'll be willing to answer. And I'm just going to keep this going as I edit my next video, because I cannot sleep. And that's another reason I was going to try to work sooner, but can't do that, because when we left South Africa, they left some of our bags. And the way that they do it is just randomly. Like, I couldn't believe it. As long as I've worked in the airlines, like, I've never heard of that type of policy. Like, they just randomly pick the bags that get left behind. So I don't know, I'm guessing it's when you kind of like check in initially from your for your flight. They probably have it like I don't know, when you check in, if you check in earlier, those bags may be more in the front of the line. So the later you check in, those bags may be at the end. I can't get it. Because you think for security reasons, all the bags would go on at the same time. They would be in the same vicinity. But I don't know. So my bag got left in South Africa when I came back like 2 days ago. And I needed that bag because I use that as my work bag too. This is me being kind of cheap and not getting a travel bag, but I just don't feel like it right now. I will get one soon, but just not now. So I shouldn't check my bag, but as per usual, I stuffed my bag and I packed too much. So I just had to I had to check it because I wasn't willing to pick up that heavy bag and put it in the overhead compartment. That's not me. I know I can't pick it up. It's getting checked. But I do hate checking my bag because it just feels like you just never know. And this was one of those scenarios. So I got back to the States, found out my name was on the list. They had this agent down there by baggage claim asking people, what their name was to see if they were on the list. And I was on the list. So I had to leave without my bag. And it pretty much sucked. Uh, thank you for that comment. And it pretty much sucks. So, yeah, I'm without my bag. I can't really pick up another trip like I want. Like, I technically can, but I want my bag. And hopefully, I'll get it before it really is time to work. Because, yeah, I was trying to do something else too. And now I don't know. It's all about United and when I'll get my bag back. So, yeah. But like I said, ask whatever questions you want about this last video that I put up. I'm going to keep on editing this video. And yeah. Excuse me. But let me know too if you want to do the fruit feast. Like I said earlier, I want to have grace with myself with it, and not to put too much pressure on myself with doing it. You guys gonna love this next video. South Africa, oh my gosh, the artwork, the paintings, just it is so much to see. It is so much to see. Like, it is a hidden gem that really has been hidden from us, because I was watching one of the Blantons videos, and Mark was talking about how South Africa is not marketed to us in like a tourist way, and it's just so true. Because even when I'm working, like everybody's like going to Cancun. That's like the go-to destination for everybody. Cancun, Tulum, Cabo. And granted, I think we do it so much because they're short flights, they're easy to get to, Jamaica, but those are the places that are really marketed towards us. It's like, and Americans, period, but to our ethnicity as well, it's like those are the places that are marketed. And people gravitate to that because they're like, oh, we're only on the plane for like 2 hours, depending where they're coming from the States, or maybe less than that. And it's easy to get to, it's all inclusive. But also, those places are just to have fun. People are not going to those places thinking about living the rest of their lives or getting property or whatnot. I mean, I'm sure some people are. Maybe like Mexico. I have had friends and colleagues move to Mexico and they really love it. And it is, our dollar is strong and in pesos as well, so I could see that. But it's just, Mexico is heavily advertised to us for vacation spots, and and because of how short the flight is. But I would say don't let that affect you. Don't let the long flight affect you. There's so much you can do in that flight. There's games that you can play on your own or with whoever you bring. There's movies to watch. I mean, they feed you like 3 times and then you can sleep. I mean, the main thing is just having to be stuck in that one seat, but it's like you can use the bathroom, you can get up and walk around a bit, it's really not that big of a deal. Allowing a long flight to be the reason why you don't go somewhere new, somewhere that has been hidden from you, it's not the best excuse. You kind of got to get over your fear in that, because you got to know it for yourself instead of just allowing somebody else to tell you what a place is like and what they have to offer. Know it for yourself, and then you make that decision after that. Don't let somebody else already make the decision for you. And I feel like we've done that so much because of all the stuff that has happened to us. We just allow the decisions to be made for us, thinking they know best, when that's a lie. You're welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my video. So I'm just on here because I had woke up at 3 in the morning, couldn't sleep, but my body's still on South African time. But I woke up so hungry, so I end up eating some food. And yeah, I've been up since, been watching Lioness. If you haven't watched Lioness on Paramount, it's a really good show. Really good show. And then I've been editing my videos, so I figured, I should be live streaming because you guys been hinting in the comments that you want more live streams. Thank you, Sugar Girl, for your subscription. I appreciate the support. And yeah, so I was thinking I should do a live stream while I'm editing my next video. And whatever questions that you have from this last video, you can go ahead and shoot and I'll answer them. But yeah, I'm just going to try to stay on here at least for an hour. Excuse me. And yeah, I wish I was still in South Africa, but I'll try to live stream more with you guys, even though I'm back in the States. Whatever you guys want to talk about or whatever, just, shoot your questions and we can have that conversation together. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, make sure this doesn't, I don't want you to fall again and keep trying to fall. Let's see if I can maneuver this to a better position. Maybe that will work. Like that. Okay. I feel like you'll work. Please stay. But yeah. So whatever questions you may have. But what was I talking about? I was talking about the flight. Don't let this long flight be the reason why you don't go visit South Africa or the continent, period. Because you're cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself. And the ticket prices are really not bad. Even though I do work for the airlines, I paid for my ticket. I put money aside and I saved and I was able to do it. So this is me not trying to use any of my benefits or be able to say, I got a discounted rate. Like, I pay the regular price that you guys would pay if you want to go. So it's like, don't let that be an excuse either. You just gotta know yourself and know what areas in life that you need to cut out in order to be able to go. Because this whole movement, being able to go back to the land that we came from and seeing it for ourselves and not allowing somebody else to tell us like what it's about, what's happening. It's about us being able to know for ourselves and being able to have that opinion, because we actually experienced it for ourselves. Not from somebody else telling us there's a whole bunch of scammers there are a whole bunch of pickpockets, there's so many thieves, it's all of this and that. You're still hearing it from a secondary source. You're not seeing it for yourself. And when you see it for yourself, then you can have that final say. Because it's about you at the end of the day of having that final say. Don't let somebody else make that choice for you. Obviously, if you're a kid, you don't have a choice. But if you are an adult, you should allow yourself to be the one to have the final say if you go or not. But like I said, the flight is really not that bad. Even when I went to Johannesburg, we had a really long delay in Newark because it was weather that day, and I think it was mainly because of the weather. So it was a lot of different factors that came into it, which made the entirety of the flight be like 17 hours, and it's usually 14 and some change. But the hardest part was waiting at the gate. It wasn't even being in flight. Is the hardest part is not knowing when you're going to leave, another excuse, another, all of that. And mentally, if you just prepare yourself for the fact that anything can happen when you're at the airport and delays are going to happen, it's really not that big of a deal. For me, I waited long sitting at the gate rather than being in the air. Because it's like when you're in the air, you know you're getting to your destination. You know you're closer to your destination than you were before. Sitting at the gate, you're just sitting. So, yeah. But shoot your questions. I'm going to keep editing this video. Try to put it out for you guys sooner than later. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about too, the artwork. It is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I'm just like, I'm gonna need magazine after book to figure out how to truly decorate my house when I finally get one. And no, I'm not thinking of buying one right now because it's just me, but I do want to move to the country, so you'll see that process as I go along. But the artwork, it's amazing. It's breathtaking. Breathtaking. Such good pictures. Hey guys, you have to see it for yourself. Like, I've never been to an estate before, and just to feel like I'm in that class where I can see something that I wouldn't have had the privilege to see here in the States just makes me feel so appreciative. That's what it does. It makes you feel so appreciative for who you are as an individual. Like, I get to experience something that only people with wealth, people with connections know about. But because I found the real South Africa through Ashley in Africa, I was able to have access to something that I never would have thought in my life that I could. Okay, to Tebza, hopefully I'm saying your name right. You said to identify good investment opportunities. From my understanding, those are the rental properties down in SA. We got to see 3 of them, and I think I already put one in the video called Olympus. So that one is, I know I'm saying it right this time. You guys are getting me so bad, but I'm trying my best to revive myself from that mishap of saying the biggest square mile. I know it's not the biggest square mile. It's the richest square mile in Africa, period. So but that's the location for the Olympus. And they're building two towers, I believe. And that's like an investment property. A lot of people are buying up their executive suites. And for us back in the States, we would consider those like studios. And I guess some of them, yeah, are buying up one bedrooms too to do like Airbnb. So it's in a great spot for any age group, but I really think for young people, it's in the city, it's by the mall, it's by a lot of shopping centers, it's by public transportation, it's very easy access. I'm not completely sure, but I think the train does run to the airport now, or they're in the process of it running. So one of the two, it's running back and forth, or it's getting very close. So to have all that access, yeah, that's a good investment opportunity for sure. I'm sure there's plenty of others, but it seems like real estate is the best because it's only going up from here, even in other countries nearby, such as Botswana or Zimbabwe. There's opportunities there too, but right now, um, my my knowledge right now is coming from South Africa because I've been there, I've been able to see it, I've been able to hear it, been able to access it. So, excuse me. Yeah. Okay, Tedza. Awesome. But yeah, I think that's the best one. And I would love to get investment properties not only in Johannesburg, but Cape Town, Durban, because I love those cities as well. I feel like that would be a great opportunity to be in those cities too. Because Cape Town, I mean, it's all gorgeous, but man, Cape Town is breathtaking. All the different spots, it's just, you're not gonna not have a bad view in Cape Town. But then again, like Durban is the same way too. It's hard to really like say like there's none that's better than the other, that's for sure. Everybody just has their own personality, their own kind of groove, their own kind of rhythm. Like um, that's what it is. Even with Johannesburg, it's pretty busy, but there's so many still beautiful spots. There's still so many spots that you can still get out of the city and just it be gorgeous. Like even being able to go on the safari. Can't wait till you guys see that. It was just so beautiful. And see, thank you for clarifying that for me. So the train does run to the airport. So that gives me a feeling like being back in the States, like getting to the airport without having to use Uber, without having to drive. That's easy. Like New York doesn't have it where you can go straight downtown. You have to get on, at least from JFK, you gotta get on an air train, then you have to get on a subway, and then you can get downtown. LaGuardia, it's like you gotta get on a bus, and then you gotta get on a train, and then you'll get downtown. And Newark is just Newark. I know it, but I don't know it off the top of my head. But Chicago is like you get on the train, you can go straight downtown. And I feel like that is such a plus of having easy access. And that's how South Africa has it laid up. They have it laid up to where you can get on that train and get straight to the airport. So I wish I would have took it because I could have took the train too from the place I was staying. But man, our days were just so filled up. And by the end of the day, I was just like, I wasn't even tired because I was still doing stuff after. It just, next time, I'll make sure I take the train and show you guys the layout because I've heard that it's very clean, cleaner than being in New York because New York, dirty, 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 just everywhere, everywhere. So I have a question for you guys too. Have you ever done like a real estate tour? And not with the real South Africa. Like, have you ever done one in your country, whether you're in the States or whether you're in South Africa? Have you ever like toured the parts of the area that you currently live in, or maybe the places that you might want to see? Have you ever like been able to look at those houses, or have you just like driven by and just saw them from afar? Like, how have you looked for your houses in the past? Have you just gotten word of mouth, or have you looked online? How have you found houses that that you like? Um, yeah, both in the States and in Africa, South Africa. I love looking back on footage. Just makes me smile so much because even you remember the conversations you were having, excuse me, with the people in the footage or the picture. It's just like, just brings you back to the place. Brings you back to the place, and it's like, oh, what do I gotta do right now to get back to that? That's what I wanna. That's like my focus now. It's like, don't lose the momentum. Don't lose the momentum. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get back sooner than later. But I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back within next year for sure. Not gonna say when, but yeah, I'll be back. But looking at the footage is just like, oh man, I remember that conversation. I remember that conversation. See, not only do you have to go just because there's so much property to see and so much of South Africa to see that is actually real and not fake or what somebody else told you, but it's about the memories that you're going to create and the people that you meet. That's something that you can't ever get without going. And you can't ever lose because nobody can take that away from you. Can't take away the memories, can't take away the connections, just can't take any of that away from you. Hello, welcome to the live. Is it Tenzin? Tenzin. Hopefully I'm saying it right. And it's not hard to get used to the weather either. Like South Africa is like us with our seasons. They have all four, at least Johannesburg. And I mean, it's hot right now, like how it usually is for us during the summertime. It's just flip flop because of the hemisphere. But yeah, one thing I kept on asking were, do the trees change colors? Do the trees change colors? And like, yes, they do. And the leaves fall. So you won't miss fall. Like, you'll still get everything. Hi, Polly. I'm editing our video right now. You making me laugh so much in my mind and out loud. Going back. Oh my gosh, see, this is what I mean, guys. You have to come to South Africa for yourself because you won't be able to make those genuine connections with people. The only way you can do that is actually physically being there. Polly was the best. One of the people that went to the real estate doors, and I met her up at the penthouse. Yes, they have penthouses in sunny South Africa. I think this penthouse, if I'm not mistaken, anybody hears me or corrects me, it was like 3 million US dollars for it. But you know, I don't know how much penthouses cost here, so I can't say. But you know what? Let me look it up right now. A penthouse in New York City. I know it's not no 3 million. I know for a fact it's not no $3 million. Let's look that up. Go on Zillow. That's the one that I usually use. How much is a penthouse? Right. That's what I thought. So a penthouse is in New York City. I'm on ManhattanMiami.com and I'm seeing 6 million. I'm seeing 50 million. I'm seeing 34 million. 37 million. See 4 million. I'm not seeing 3 million though. Not seeing 3 million. That penthouse is beautiful, but yeah, tag myself along with Polly at that penthouse. Been locked in. I hope you're still enjoying your trip. Because it's still like the sun's it's about to come out, but it was raining out there earlier when I woke up. So it's not sunny here. It's not sunny at all. And since you guys want me to do more lives, let me know like what you want me to talk about. Or if it really doesn't matter, but let me know. And then of course the comments that you guys leave on my videos, I try to answer them as well. I know in that last video my voice was kind of low, so I do have to do better with speaking up. I'm usually pretty soft-spoken, but I try to speak louder, but I am a soft-spoken person. I'm doing good too. Um, if you missed the first part of the live, woke up at 3 this morning because I'm on South African time, and could not go back to sleep, so I decided to go on live like around 6. What's that? Um, that guy, Junior, you said that when you are going to KZN, you and that tour guide must do the things Makoti. What is KZN and what's Makoti? I feel like I should know KZN. It's probably abbreviated for something long, but yeah, what is that? Yeah, the houses were very luxury, very much so. I mean, but yet a lot of us in the States, especially, not just especially older, because you never know how people are making money and all that, but we definitely can afford it in South Africa. And give back at the same time too. Be right back, guys. Use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. The other thing I like about a lot of these properties, it's so much light. It's so much light. Some of them were dark, and you'll see them later in my other videos, but 90% of these properties is just like an open concept, open light, natural light. Mostly every place has a place to be outdoors, in the sun, in nature. I love that too, because having to be in basically like a just closed in and only maybe having one area of natural light is not it. And I see that's like a thing in South Africa, to have like natural light and to just have openness, even if a place is small. But the smallest places there don't compare. But I didn't get to see those executive suites, so that would be something to see when they're finally finished, to see how they compare to ours. But it still seems as if, even with my hotel room, there's like a way to be outside. I didn't have a balcony, but I could still open up my sliding door to be outside. Like, it's always like, that's like a thing there. It's being outside in nature, getting the natural sunlight, you know. So yeah. I'm looking up lagoons in Florida, trying to see how they compare, because I'm editing that part of the video of when I was in Munyaca, and that place was just like so nice. I don't think there's nothing that can compare though. Because one thing that's different from the States and SA, like I'm sure there's some really places in the States, obviously, that are gated, but they're not electrically fenced. And like every area in South Africa that's nice has electrical fence. So it's gated, has electrical fence, and usually has armed personnel. And then usually you have to have your fingerprint. You have to have face recognition. Yeah, it's like every place has security. Like if you're gonna pay for it, you're gonna pay for a nice place. And here it's just not like it. Like that. You can go to nice areas and they may have like walls up, but you know they have their own little I'm not saying it right, but people that police the area, that watch, you know, your nosy neighbors, or if you have the actual gated places, there's people who like watch who comes and goes. But there's no electrical fences here like how it is there. And it's around the whole entire property. To me, that was new. But I saw that when I went in South Africa in September too, though. But seeing it at all the properties I went to, that's something. That really is something. Seeing that at every property, you know that you're going to be safe. And these armed personnel, they work for private companies. They don't work for the government. So they're going to be there when you need them to be there. They're not going to be there at their own timing. They're not going to be there with a little bribing. They're going to be there like how they're supposed to, because they work for a company and the company is a good company. So it's like, you know, how we go to work, we're going to do what we're supposed to do. Majority of us do. But yeah, so they are going to work and they're getting a solid paycheck. So they're going to do their job and they're going to protect the asset, protect the area, just protect what they're supposed to. So that it feels even better being there, because can't always count on the police being there. But when it's private, for sure, you can count on it. You can count on them. But I don't think there's anything like that in the States. At least from where I'm from in Ohio, definitely not going to see no lagoon anywhere, and no estate. Not going to see an estate. But you know, if I'm wrong, most definitely correct me, because I haven't seen every area in the state of Ohio, but I have not ever, from all the places I've been there, ever seen like a lagoon in an apartment type complex. Because that place, Munyako, wasn't really like a housing area. It was more like an apartment type area. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Well, it's been an hour, so I think I'm gonna head off here. But I will definitely do these more when I can't sleep or when I'm trying to edit my videos. I think this is good because it gets us to know each other more and figure out what else we want to talk about, conversations that we want to have. Just figuring this whole thing out one step at a time. That's what we're trying to do here. But even though it's been an hour, it doesn't even feel like it's been an hour. But this will help me start my day too. So This is good. But yeah, I really like this. I really like this. And yeah, so I'll see you guys soon. Don't know when, but I definitely will keep this up because I like this. I like this conversations that we have, and any more questions that you have, leave them at the comments below, and I'll definitely get back on here and answer them, or answer them in the comment section. But this was nice. This is nice. So I hope you guys enjoy your night in South Africa, because what, it was like 2 in the morning, so I can get why you guys are not up. Right? Or no, it's 2 in the afternoon, right? No, it's 2 in the afternoon. So y'all maybe getting off of work, you know, trying to decompress from your day. So I get it. And us over here in the States, at least the East Coast, we just about to start our day. So yeah, I like this. So yeah, until next time, guys, God bless.